today's video, we're flying ANA first class from Japan to San Francisco. One big favor before we dive in is to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you like content like this. The first class experience starts with check-in. Once you arrive to Terminal 1 at Narita Airport, make a right and head straight towards the back where you'll find check-in booth Z. This is where you'll find the ANA suite check-in. It's a nice private area with couches and personalized service. After you finish check-in, one of the really nice things is that it does have a private security lane. So if you go through the hallway, there's no wait for security at all. And it's basically only first class passengers going through here. If you are a Japanese whiskey enthusiast or you need to pick up some souvenirs on the way back, and you might get lucky and find some rare whiskeys. The ANA first class lounge is going to be located towards gate 51. Head up the stairs and you'll see the check-in booth. The first class lounge has a buffet spread, a variety of drinks, but the highlight here is going to be the made-to-order station. Walk up to the counter and order anything you want. My recommendation would be either the sushi or the ramen. First class passengers do get access to the suite lounge where you can order sushi before the flight. Starting from the top right corner, we have shrimp, eel, tamago, and then on the bottom right to left, we have tuna, some type of whitefish, and salmon. The set does come with a side of miso soup, and I got an extra bowl of ramen because why not? Let's dive into the sushi.
A few moments later.
The sushi quality isn't bad for the airport lounge. It kind of reminds me like something you would get at a grab-and-go place. So don't expect anything that's on a Michelin star or getting sushi fresh from the seafood market. I would say this is solid grab-and-go quality. Let's dive into the ramen. This is tonkatsu ramen. Broth is nice and creamy, so good. If you're looking for a light and hearty snack, definitely the ramen. Okay, I'm gonna save the rest of my stomach for the food on the plane, so I'm just gonna take in the views that the lounge has to offer and relax before the flight. See you on the plane. The lounge has 10 shower rooms and you can reserve one. So if you are interested in taking a shower at the lounge, definitely put your name down for the line. There was about a 10-minute wait and 15 people in front of me, which is not bad because there are 10 shower rooms, so it goes pretty quickly. Let's take a quick tour. Here are a basket full of amenities you can use. So it's a towel, pair of slippers, toothbrush, and everything else you would need. One really nice touch is that they do have a Dyson hairdryer, and lotion, face wash is all going to be from this brand. Here's a toilet, and all the shower amenities are going to be from Mikimoto Cosmetics. There is a fan here for air circulation so it doesn't get too humid, but I'm gonna say it's here for styling your hair. Well, it turns out that third time is not a charm. Today we are flying the Square once again. If you've been keeping track, this brings the score to Mandy 0 and ANA 3. When I arrived at the airport and did the whole check-in process, there was not a notice of an equipment change. Maybe one day I'll be lucky and we'll not have an equipment swap. At this rate, I think I should buy a lottery ticket every time I fly ANA. On the bright side, today I am the only passenger in first class, so that means I am the super VIP. All right, cheers. Okay, let's do a quick suite tour. Right in front is going to be an entertainment system, and let's use an iPhone for comparison. You can pull the tray out right here. So pajamas are going to be exactly the same flying to and from Japan. Tons of storage space over here. Storage number 1, remote control with mirror number 2. Storage number 3, and this is where the headphones go. Here's a control for the seat. Lights are going to be here. Charging stations, so there's a traditional plug on the bottom and outlets plus HDMI if you wanted to put anything onto the entertainment system. We are flying on the Boeing 777 and there's plenty of leg room. Flip it around and here is storage number 4. And each seat does come with a memory foam pillow and blanket. Let's unbox some goodies. First off, we have the ANA cardigan. Pajama top and bottom is going to be here, and slippers. Sony headphones. These are the M3s. Let's unbox the amenities kit. The amenities here are going to be from Sensai. So it comes with lotion, cream, and lip treatment. Ooh, it comes with a little coin purse, or I guess you can also use it as a card holder. I have been searching for a new coin purse, so definitely going to use this. And finally, there is a foldable A&A bag. In case you're not familiar with Ettinger, it's one of Britain's most luxurious leather goods and manufacturers with a long history of crafting products made from the finest leather since 1934. In 1996, the company was honored with the royal warrant to supply leather goods to the royal family. There you go, you're treated just like royalty. Okay, she just dropped off the menu, so let's take a look. There's no Hibiki pamphlet. Is the promo over? I don't know. I'm gonna ask her when she comes back. Let's look at the main menu from Narita to SFO. I know I previously said that I was gonna order the Western menu on the way back. However, I didn't make the request in time, so kind of bummed out about that. However, they are going to let me try some of the Western appetizers in addition to the Japanese appetizers. For the Japanese cuisine, the starters are going to be a jelly Japanese tiger prawn, sea urchin, okra, with red paprika, ginger, zucchini, and yuzu. For the selection of morsels, it's going to be a Japanese omelet, roast beef with eel sushi, vinegared lotus root, and simmered green Japanese plum and syrup. For the clear soup, it's going to be abalone with soy milk tofu with sesame oil, winter melon, and kinome leaves. For sashimi plate, it's going to be the seared large head hare's tail, squid, and some other items. Simmer treats is going to be yuba with wheat gluten. Tasty tidbits is going to be taro, octopus, and pumpkin with tomato sauce. And the main dish is going to be a grilled tilefish with steamed rice and miso soup. For beverages, there's going to be a wide range of alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks. So there's sake, soju, champagne. The highlight is going to be the cru, white wine, red wine, port wine, aperitifs. And for whiskeys, there's a Hibiki 17, Johnny Walker Blue Label, and Talisker 18. For brandy and liquor, there's Hennessy XO and Cointreau. For Japanese teas, there's Miyazaki Sencha. The store won first prize in the Minister of Agriculture, Forestry, and Fisheries Awards for the 4th time this year for tea plantations at the 75th Japan Tea Fair in 2021. And coffee selection is going to be from Illy. I don't think she's gonna let me keep the Hibiki 17 bottle. It's so cute though. I tried to ask them if I could keep the tiny bottle of Hibiki, and she said no. Doesn't hurt to ask, right? For the in-flight snacks, there's light dishes anytime. You can choose from sake complements, soup, so it's corn soup and vegetable soup, noodles, there's the Pudo plant-based ramen, and Japanese udon noodles garnished with chicken. Refreshments are a garden salad, cheese plate, or fruit. Other light dishes are the beef hamburger with tomato sauce, there's vegan curry with fruits and spices, rice bowl with Japanese-style bibimbap, rice bowl with grilled salmon, and nori in soup stock. Starter is already here, and it's a smoked salmon with the crab meat. Smoked salmon tastes exactly what it sounds like, so pretty normal smoked salmon. Let's try the crab. Crab's pretty good. Veggies have a nice crunch, not overcooked, so we're off to a good start. All right, next up we have the caviar dish. So this one is going to be from the international cuisine, and in the middle is sweet shrimp, fennel, olive oil, and a jar of caviar. Looks pretty good. So for caviar, you're not supposed to eat it with a metal spoon because it does change the chemistry. It's interesting that they have a plastic spoon and not a mother of pearl spoon. So a lot of other first class flights will use the pearl spoon. Let's construct a bite. So it's a whole entire layer of little sweet shrimp, and let's put the caviar on top. That is so good. Shrimps are not overcooked, nice and sweet. Good flavoring. Olive oil isn't too thick. All the flavors go really well together, and it's topped off with a double of caviar. My recommendation is get the Western menu. So the starter and the selection of morsels from the Japanese menu is here. Right on top, we have the jelly Japanese tiger prawn, sea urchin, okra, red paprika, ginger, zucchini, and yuzu. And then from right to left, we have the Japanese omelet, roast beef, eel sushi with the vinegared lotus root, and then a simmered green Japanese plum and syrup. The Japanese jelly tiger prawn looks really unique. Let's try this one first. Yeah. You can see the uni in the middle, but the taste of the jelly kind of overwhelms it, so you can barely taste it. But the flavors are there. Moving on, let's try the Japanese omelet. Pretty good. It is on the thicker side, so it is like the egg that makes it a little thicker, but it does taste good. Right, next up, we have roast beef. Roast beef is really marbleized and it almost melts in your mouth. Eel sushi. Eel sushi is okay. The rice is still a little hard from being refrigerated. Next up, we have the clear soup. It smells really good, nice and fragrant. Clear broth is super light, and let's try some abalone. Abalone is nice and tender, really good flavors, and it's not overcooked, so it's great. Soy milk tofu is nice and soft, and we have winter melon. Overall, 3 of my favorite things in a clear broth, so I'm definitely a fan of this. Next up is the sashimi plate. So I think this yellow stuff is the egg yolk vinegar. Try the fish. A little dry, but I think it's fine for eating sashimi on a plane. Next up is the squid. Squid is not bad either. This selection of sashimi is okay. The main course is here. All right, let's try the main dish. The main dish is better than the US to Tokyo route, so this one is not overcooked and lots of good flavors, flaky and firm, how it should be. Let's try the yuba. Yuba's firm, so it's not the melt in your mouth style. Let's try the octopus with taro ball. Pretty good, not overcooked, good flavors. Finally, the miso soup. That's pretty good. I'm gonna save real dessert for later because I am a little full, but I did order some after dinner tea and it came with some sweets. So this is going to be the roasted green tea with some chocolate. So Japanese cuisine on this route from Tokyo to the US is going to be in collaboration with a restaurant, and then international cuisine is not in collaboration with anyone. But based on the appetizer plate with the shrimp and caviar, I think it's a good start. Let me know in the comments down below if you usually get the Japanese menu or the international menu whenever you're flying to or from Japan. So if I were to choose between the Japanese cuisine and the international cuisine, I think the Japanese cuisine is a solid pick. However, if you're just coming back from a week or 2 in Japan and you wanted to switch things up, you can't go wrong with the international cuisine. But of course, next time I'm going to pre-order the international cuisine so I can give you a full review. If you're interested in learning more about how we booked this flight using airline miles or airline credit cards, I'll leave a link down in the description box below. Using those links really helps the channel out, so thank you in advance. I'm currently flying in late August and the Hibiki promo is still going. For some reason, they didn't include it in the dining portfolio when they handed it to me, but they did give me this brochure, so as long as it's available, that's all that matters. The Hibiki 100th year anniversary blend is only available to corporate partners and dining outlets. During our time in Kyoto, we went to a few dining outlets and this was highlighted on the menu. If you wanted to buy a bottle outside of this ANA flight and you went to a dining establishment, we saw some hotels charge 320,000 yen for it. On this flight, they're selling it for 50,000 yen, which is an amazing deal. The terms of the promotion are that this product is available for purchase only by first-class passengers. Limited to 1 item per person. It'll cost 50,000 yen and it's not eligible for ANA card 10% off. This product exceeds 100 milliliters, so it cannot be carried on board to a connecting flight if you're making a transfer. The product has already been taxed, so it's not subject to declaration as a duty-free item. Upon entering Japan, please treat it as a previously taxed product. And the consumption of alcohol age in Japan is 20 years old. So if you're under the age of 20 and you're flying first class, first off, lucky you. But secondly, I guess, unlucky you, you won't be able to buy it. Good morning. Just woke up from a 3-hour nap, so we have about 2 hours and 29 minutes before landing. Ordered a latte to wake up, so cheers. I'm still kind of full from dinner, so I don't think I'm going to do any of the light dishes. It's going to be tough to order breakfast and get an udon down, so we're just going to skip right to the pre-landing meal. Alrighty, breakfast is here and it looks good. Starting from left to right, on the left corner, we have marinated water shield and spinach in soy-based sauce. The main dish in the middle is going to be grilled sea bass with spicy cod roe and egg yolk sauce. There's steamed rice. In the right corner is going to be all the accompaniments for the steamed rice. So there's dried nori, salted kelp, and then we also have a side of miso soup. All right, let's dive in. Veggies are good. You can't go wrong with mushrooms and greens. Let's dive into the sea bass. Right off the bat, it smells really good. The salted egg yolk crust on top of the skin is really unique, but I wish it was crispy. The sea bass itself is not overcooked, so it's a good sign. But yeah, all the flavors are there. Just wish the salted egg yolk was crispy. Here's some beef on the side. Good flavors for the beef. And let's try some miso soup. Miso soup's pretty good too. This is dried kelp. Try it with the rice. Flavors of dried kelp are pretty strong, so definitely eat it with the rice. Okay, I'm gonna wrap up here and catch up to you later. It's dessert time. This dessert is from the international menu dessert because that's more interesting to me. So it's rosé ice cream, and then in the middle, it's gonna be peach mousse with Campbell's sorbet. Let's try it. Their sorbet is really good. This is the mousse. It's like mousse on the outside and shortcake on the inside. There's also a lot of varieties of sorbet if you don't want the specific flavor. Another one on the international menu is a trio of sorbet flavors. That one actually looks pretty good too. I have no regrets. Always a great idea to end the flight on a sweet treat. All right, got the goodies. This time, it does come in a Hibiki bag. In the previous first class ANA video, some of you did ask me to unbox it, so let's do it. So it's pretty snug in this white box, and the wooden box is inside. So it comes inside this beautiful wooden box, and it does say 100th anniversary on it. Let's open it up. The cap also does say 100th anniversary. Love the design on the bottle. It does come with a certificate of authenticity, so if you pull up a sticker and scan the QR code, it will tell you more details, so not going to do that. And inside this pamphlet is the history of the Hibiki, and it is only in Japanese, so no English translations here. Hopefully, if ANA First Class is in your near future, then they're still running this promotion. And if you're a time traveler and they're not, maybe you'll get lucky with something else. Who knows? If you recently took a first class ANA flight, let us know in the comments below if you were offered this promo or if it's even still running. If you've been keeping score, I was initially psyched that I was finally going to fly to suite, but it looks like ANA had other plans. No clue how that keeps happening, so third time is not a charm. Maybe one day I'll be able to experience the suite, but the square is not bad. Only thing that's missing is a privacy door and I guess larger TV and renovated cabin space. But aside from the hard product differences, everything else is the same. The in-flight menu is going to be exactly the same as the suite, and the amenities kit can vary based on what they have in stock. So for my flight from SFO to Narita, they did have the nice Globetrotter amenity kits. And on this flight from Narita to SFO, we have Ettinger. I am flying on the Boeing 777, and for the first class cabin, it's a 1-to-1 configuration. On my way to Japan, I was in the middle seat, so you can check out that video after this one. The middle seat does have a divider that you can manually open and close. I had a neighbor last time, so once he sat down, he immediately shut the middle door. And on this flight, I'm in seat 2K. The window seat is definitely my personal preference. Usually when I'm traveling with Sebastian, our seat preference is to have 2 window seats, so one right in front of the other. Speaking of Sebastian, both of his flights were in the suite. So if you're curious on what the suite experience looks like, go check out his channel, Sebifeng. Overall, the Square is a solid product. Service is great. If you're flying from Japan to San Francisco, then I think the Japanese cuisine is the way to go. However, if you're going from San Francisco to Japan, then I think Western might be your best bet. If you're interested in learning more about the card, I'll leave a link down in the description box below. Make sure your links are competitive, but using them really helps the channel out, so thank you in advance. If you've made it this far in the video, leave a green tea emoji down in the comments below, and I'll try to heart and respond. My question to you is, what are your thoughts on Square, and do you have any upcoming travel plans to fly ANA? Let me and everyone else know down in the comments below. See you in the next one.